It's almost time to start enrolling in classes, and this video will answer questions you may have about the process. There will be chapters with click times in the description as well as helpful links. Feel free to jump forward to the chapter that best meets your needs, or you can watch the entire video to get all your questions answered. Let's get started. Chapter 1, Getting Started. To start the enrollment process, let's get familiar with the materials you may need along the way. The course schedule. This will show you what times classes are offered in an upcoming semester. Be sure you are in the right semester and year so you can find accurate information. The course catalog. In the catalog, you can find descriptions of courses, whether the class is offered in fall, spring, or summer, and what prerequisites are required to enroll in a particular course. Curriculum guides. Curriculum guides are guiding documents for every major at K-State. It is a blueprint of all the courses you would need to take to graduate with that degree. This can help you keep track of your progress towards graduation and construct a long-range plan. Your EID. This is your electronic user ID. It's your K-State email, the part before the @ symbol. Enrollment happens in KSYS. This is K-State's Student Information System. It is where you enroll, find information on to-do items and account holds, update your personal information, and access financial information. You can log into KSYS from the K-State homepage using your EID and password. You typically set up this login information when you apply to K-State. If you are unsure of your login information, you can reset your password or contact the IT help desk. You can find most information through the Student Center in KSYS. Each student at K-State is assigned an enrollment date for when you can enroll. Enrolling on or as close to this date as possible increases your chances of getting into preferred courses and times. Before we get started on the detailed process, keep in mind that if you have questions along the way, there are people to help you. You don't have to figure this out on your own. Contact your academic advisor, college dean's office, or the IT help desk if you get stuck. Chapter 2, Building Your Schedule. When building your schedule, there are a few things to consider. Be mindful of what class times are best for you. As you become familiar with your current schedule, you may notice that you are not an early riser or that it is harder to focus in the late afternoon. You might like your classes back to back, or you may prefer having time in between classes to let your brain rest. Credit hours correspond to the number of hours you will spend in the class. Therefore, a course worth 5 credit hours will likely take up more time than a 2 credit hour class. To be a full-time undergraduate student and qualify for financial aid, you will need to enroll in at least 12 credit hours, but an average of 15 credit hours is needed to finish in 4 years. There will be prerequisites for some courses. This means that to enroll in these courses, you must meet certain requirements. If you are curious about the prereqs for a course, use the course catalog to find more information. And watch out for course locations. You will notice some classes are offered online, in person, or at the Salina campus. Be sure to select classes that are in the best location for you and to ensure that you can make it to class on time. In the end, you are the one that gets to build your schedule. While some courses may have only one class time, there are a lot of choices that you get to make to craft the schedule that is best for you. Now to find course times. There are 2 ways to search for courses. One way is to find course times using the course schedule on the K-State website, where they are listed by college and department. Let's say one of the courses you'd like to enroll in is Sociology 211, Intro to Sociology. To find this course on the schedule, you would start by finding the department that includes sociology, in this case, sociology, anthropology, and social work. Once you find the department, use the top drop-down menu to find the specific course you are looking for. Selecting Soc 211 will take you right to the course with times. A few things to point out here. Class number is the specific 5-digit number associated with that class time. There is a class number associated with the lecture as well as recitation, labs, or quiz times. Course number is more general and identifies which topic is covered in the class. For example, there is Soc 211 and Soc 360. Each of these are course numbers. You will also notice the number of credit hours the class is worth. Remember, to be considered a full-time undergraduate student, you must enroll in at least 12 credit hours. Your academic advisor can help you decide how many credit hours should be on your schedule this semester. Lastly, you can see where the class meets, the instructor, and if the course falls into any K-State 8 categories, K-State's general education program. You can also search for class times and cases by opening up your Student Center. In the top section for academics, select Enroll. You will be prompted to select the term for enrollment. You can enter the class number if you found that on the course schedule, or select Search so you can input the course subject and number. If you aren't sure of the subject prefix, you can use the Select Subject button. Click Search again to pull up a list of class times. Build your schedule by using either of these search features. As you search, keep track of the courses you want to enroll in this semester. It's recommended that you write down the course, class time, and other identifiers. Keeping track of the 5-digit class number will simplify the enrollment process. You can also use a schedule maker to help you keep track of course times and map out a balanced schedule. Check out the one in the description to start building your schedule. Chapter 3, Enrolling in Classes. At this point, you should have your schedule. We are going to move on to the actual enrollment process. If you are still deciding on your schedule, feel free to pause the video. To enroll in a class, start by logging into Cases and opening up your Student Center. In the top section for academics, select Enroll. Now select the term. If you know the 5-digit class number, you can input that or select Search. If you select Search, input the necessary course information, including subject and course number. Click Search. Find your preferred time. Double check that the course is open and that the location is correct. Your course should now appear in your semester shopping cart. For some courses, you will need to select additional components. For these classes, you will be prompted to select any further requirements such as labs or recitations. In the case of this Math 100, a lecture must be selected. Repeat these steps for all the classes in your schedule. Once you are finished adding all of your classes to your semester shopping cart, you will be able to review courses, times, and instructors once more. This is a good time to make sure none of your course times overlap. After adding all of your classes and feeling confident, select Proceed to Step 2 of 3 for final confirmation. Congratulations, you are enrolled in the next semester. Those green check marks mean that your enrollment was successful. You can select View My Schedule to see what your semester class schedule will look like. If you happen to have received any red marks on the final screen, that means there was an error in your courses. This can sometimes happen. No worries. Keep watching for simple solutions to potential challenges. Chapter 4, Potential Challenges. One common reason you might get an error on your enrollment is because of a hold on your account. Some holds can prevent enrollment for the next semester. You can view holds on your Cases Student Center. Common holds include advisor flags, transcript holds, ASAP holds, or cashier's holds. By clicking on any of these holds, you can see who to contact to get this resolved. Another common reason for an error in Cases is because the class is full. If there are several sections of the course, you may consider selecting a different section so that you are enrolled full-time. If not, you can get on the waitlist for a course. Do this by searching for the class in Cases. Remember to uncheck the box that says Show Open Classes Only. Once you have found the class and selected it, check the box that says Waitlist if class is full. After adding this course to the shopping cart, finish out all remaining steps to enrollment. On the final screen, you will get a confirmation that you were added to the waitlist. Check k-state regularly to see if you have been moved up on the waitlist or have been enrolled in the class. An error on your enrollment might mean that you have not met the prerequisites for the course. Double check what the prereqs are in the course catalog. If you feel that you have met the requirements, contact your academic advisor or dean's office. They can help you troubleshoot. Do any of your course times overlap? This may be the cause of your error. Double check that none of your class times happen to interfere with one another. A common time when course times overlap is the reserved quiz time. These are reserved for exams in large classes. Contacting your college dean's office should help you resolve the issue. For some courses, a number of seats are reserved for certain groups of students. Typically, this is based on major or program. If you don't meet the requirements, you will get an error. You can see if your course has reserved seats by looking up the course on the course schedule. If you feel that you are part of the reserved group, contact your advisor or dean's office. In some cases, you can request permission to enroll in a course. Situations when you would request permission to join a class include closed classes, unmet prerequisites, or enrolling after the start date. To request permission, email the course instructor or department. In your email, include your Wildcat ID number, course identifiers, and why you are requesting permission. While it's best to avoid making changes to your schedule once the semester has started, it may be unavoidable. If you would like to change your course schedule, you can use the drop or swap function in k-state. This can be found on the top ribbon after selecting Enroll. Chapter 5. Getting help. Enrollment in courses can sometimes be tricky, and your circumstances may be unique. We are here to help if you get stuck. You can contact your academic advisor, college dean's office, or the IT help desk to get your questions answered. We are so excited to have you enrolling for the next semester. You are one step closer to graduation. Visit ksu.edu/AAC for more student success resources.